Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Voice is coming back a little bit. Nice gray, overcasty, actually pretty warm November day. And we're gonna do something just a little different today. Don't have a ton of videos, so people were asking for a shop video. So we'll do a little walk around, kind of what goes on a daily basis. And today happens to be Friday. So we're gonna go to the Chinese buffet, enjoy some lunch, drop some packages off. But let's check our wood stove, our old central boiler here. Looks like we're on a burn cycle. 179, we're getting to the top. Let's see. Oh yeah, still got a little bit of leftover. But you gotta love nice crackle, nice warm fire. It's kind of nice to open that door and enjoy the heat and the smoke, especially on a cool wet day. Some of the wood made it in the shed, not seasoned yet. Here's some of that maple that we have, and there's that cherry up there that the 170 was chopping on. Here's the rest of it, and we got these big maple rounds yet to go. Well, let me close this before it takes off too much. There we go. All right, so you guys, this is more of a vlog style, not something I normally do. I like straight to the point videos, but I do want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you're liking. I'm trying all sorts of new things on these videos: music, angles, movement. Let me know what you like, let me know what you don't. And we're gonna walk to the shop now. There's my old wood hauler. Good old trusty Duramax. There's my Super Saab. Got a little V8 and a pretty rowdy cam. Some people seen that at Sawfest. It was kind of neat. Anybody want to guess what's under the tarp? Just take a guess. Give you a hint, we have a few of them in the shop. Let's go inside. Now, it is messy. It's a shop. It's an old shop. It's not a very clean shop, so be nice. So it is kind of messy. It's an old shop, not a very clean shop, so be nice. Thank you. Couple of boxes ready to go. Desk where we bill everybody. Get our weights. We can get our hydration going for the day. These lemonade packets, get these at Aldi. Anybody else shop at Aldi? These are my favorite. They're a little more on the bitter side, but only 10 calories. I'm trying to do good with no pop. Come on, open up. Fingers don't work the best in the morning. I don't know if it's possible to overdose on these, but I think these are part candy. What do you guys use for cough drops when you have irritation like that? I did want to introduce these to everybody. O2 Armor. They're actual nose filters. I use them while I'm grinding on some cylinders. And we got a few cylinders to get done today. But let's see. Body over here. And here's a more familiar sight. This is the YouTube corner. Hey, there's an old lemonade. But I've got this backlight. Has anybody noticed a little bit of color over there under the Traverse Creek sign? Leave a comment and let me know if you've seen the color. Not too bad in the shop today, but we got our heater up here. We can kick that on a little bit. It never hurts to have a little extra heat. There's the Dino Dog cage. Works great as a table. I'm going to start getting into a couple other projects, if you know what that is. I'm going to try and do some funny colors. But we've got a pile of new 500i to get done. There's Steven over there sweeping up. Nice Friday cleanup. He's been helping me out for the last year or so, doing an awesome job on these saws, and sometimes even with the camera. Pile of 2511s to get done. And our not so leaky dyno anymore. That's one of the machines I used to run quite a bit back in the old days before the chainsaws. Little portable mill. One of our many fork truck collections. Alright, here we go. You guys have seen the press. Yeah. You guys have seen the press. Dropping in sleeves. Sometimes we make one-off deflectors. There's our old Monarch. Flow bench. I still need to get on that. Just haven't had much desire to do it yet. Boring machine. Boarding bench. There's our 500i cylinder. We'll finish that up in a little bit. What else we got? Oh, we got our hone machine right there. There's our Bridgeport. This is our packing and shipping bench. Thanks to everybody that's ordered degree wheels. I'm still waiting on the actual wheel part. But we got your boxes all made up, ready to go. Got to make a batch of the squish cutting mandrels. Want to say thank you to everybody for that. Still got to finish those up. We're getting to them. There's the Bridgeport. That's an old Axles in there, made in the late 30s. That's what we cut all the squish on. Here's our little KBC, just an import lathe, 13 by 40. That's what leave the 3-jaw in. Do all the bases on that one. Step down transformer to run our 240 3-phase. And incoming customer saws, a couple of my projects. Here's our welding bench. Prime Weld 225, big 300 argon tank. That has been a lifesaver because I go through argon like crazy here. Steven braces on all those deflectors all the time. I fiddle with the aluminum stuff, and it just seems like we blow through the argon. Little surface grinder if we need anything flat. I did pick this up. Little slip roll. So I think this will be handy. I think this little slip roll will be handy for making our pipes. These little shop carts. I said they might look like an organized mess, but there's one saw in each compartment. All the parts stay with each saw. So all the parts stay in the compartments. That way you can bring one to the top at a time. These work out awesome here. Need to throw a carburetor on the wood splitter here. And let me know if you guys have one of these type wood splitters. This one's been an issue the whole time. This Briggs 675. Nothing but a problem since we got it. So hopefully a new carb. And I've heard that the actual plastic there that bolts to the carb is an issue. If they over tighten them, it gets warped. So I got a new carb filter, whole piece. Get that all set up, but I don't think it's going to touch our split flyer. But let me know. And a couple benches over here. I made a mess on the floor there. A little bit of oil. But as you can see, just all sorts of stuff going on at any certain time. But we got a little bit of everything going on all the time. Customer builds, fun builds, YouTube stuff, plus whatever comes in through the door. What else? Oh, here's our little OD grinder. That's come in handy a few times and might come in handy if we start doing more crank stuff. But just a little shop tour there. Now I gotta sit down. I'll put in my O2 armor, get all suited up, and I got a 500i cylinder to grind. A few more, try and get a few of those out before lunch. Alright, gotta defog a little bit. But I don't know if you could see it. I got my nose filters in. Kind of strange at first, but definitely have helped not sucking up a ton of this. I'll show you at the end of this just how bad they get after the end of the day. But got our 500i cylinder here. Blow that out. Like I said, voice is still coming back. I probably should take it easy, but you know, there's still work to be done even if we're not feeling the best. But I just got a little bit of tune up on this, tune up the upper transfers, finish putting in the bevels. This one will be all done. Got our handy dandy pen light here. I think it'd be fun one of these days to maybe try doing a live while we're actually working. Then I can see the comments as they're coming in and answer some actual questions. But if you guys have questions or ideas, just leave them in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see out of these. I'm just looking for smooth in here. It's still going to be a burr finish, so it's going to have texture. But I just don't want any divots or ripples or high spots, low spots. Just nice, smooth. Get our transitions, get our angles. The exhaust is already an 80 grit. Just giving everything a good double check. Goggles are fogging. Put our anti-fog device back. Alright, we'll use our football. Put some bevels on the transfers and exhaust. Don't want to snag a ring. Alrighty. A little bit of final cleanup, and this 500 cylinder is all done here. Said I already had it mostly ported, just had to finish it up. So we got our exhaust done, upper transfer, squish band cut, base cut. Everything's all done on this cylinder. So 1 down, 3 to go. We'll do a 2511. Every now and then it's nice to mix it up a little bit. So these are itty bitty tiny little guys. So on these 2511s, I've really been loving this Lucky Dog handpiece. Sean Carr makes them, Lucky Dog Manufacturing. It's just the dental, contra-dental head with the latch style burr. But Sean has these burrs made just specifically for these little dental pieces. They're great, good, high quality burrs. And honestly, if you're not aggressive with these, they've been treating me really well. I think this is only the second head I've went through. They're only $15 heads. But if I can get 40, 50 saws on one head, I'm a happy camper. I've stocked up on the burrs. He has a few different sizes. But these work awesome. They're just right for these 2511 ports. And since this exhaust comes off at a 90-degree angle, you have to do the exhaust mostly from inside the port. Now you can get through with a straight handpiece if you're super careful and widen it through the exhaust. But I just do it right on the inside with my Lucky Dog handpiece. So, let's see. We'll notch these lowers real quick. Burr starting to load up a little bit. We'll put a little bit of oil on it. This is just automatic transmission fluid. Seems to work pretty well. Alright, let's take a drink. Very nice, very nice. Alright, while I'm over here slaving away at the grinding bench, Steven normally is putting the saw together that just finished. So we just finished up that 500i cylinder, and it looks like we're getting pretty far along on the 500i. Got to get all the wires routed just right, but that's our normal procedure. We'll get one ported and start putting it together and keep going on down the list. These 500i's out of here for too long. Alright, got our 2511 all finished up. Widened the exhaust, notched the lowers, blended the uppers, and that's ready to clean up and put back on. Now one little tidbit, if you drop the gasket on these, which is what we do, you do have to remove some material off of this extension. Otherwise, it just ever so hits the bottom of the case when you bolt them down. So make sure to remove a little bit of material off the extension when you drop your base gasket. So I just want to show everybody the O2 armor. This is the next size up. This is an extra large, where this is the large that we were using. This is after about 5 hours of use. In the shop, we ground on those 2 cylinders, and I just left them in because they are kind of tricky to get in and out. I'm always at the grinding bench, or even if I'm machining. Don't want anything going up your nose. So this is what we kept out of our lungs today. Like I said, this is a brand new set right here. So definitely worth looking into if you do lots of grinding or are in the dust and you don't like wearing a mask like I don't. Alright, so we got our Dominator mixed up 2 gallons at a time. It's about what we go through here at the shop, 2 gallons of fuel a week. So even though we're not actually out cutting, we still do quite a bit of running. But we'll get all of our drips out. 40-to-1 Dominator. So on our way to the buffet. We're gonna hit up the gas station, post office, UPS drop. Got a bunch of boxes ready for people. And we'll get all this loaded up. Alright, that rain came down just a wee bit. Anybody figure out what's under the tarp yet? I'll give you another look. Shipping out a 572. Get our 400 loaded up. So we got Dub's goodie box all labeled up and ready to go here too. So you'll be getting that soon here, Dub. So check out Dub's channel, and we're gonna get our Super Saab fired up, head to town, get some fuel, food. Silly Saab, put the key down here. Christmas tree. My door's open. I don't know if you could tell. Somebody actually did what we all thought. Put a piece of tape under there to cover up the light. This has been converted to a 2-wheel drive unit. And we'll let it sidle in. And you can hear it's got quite the rowdy cam in it. Air fuel ratio, nice and rich. Alright, it's all blacked out. Picked it up this way. I traded an old Caprice that I had. I had 92 Caprice sedan that I 6-liter swapped for L80. And I wanted something a little more built, a little bit more modern, hauling the family around, work vehicle. But you can hear kind of a little off from what you're used to. We got full long tubes, Y-pipe into a bone stock exhaust. It was just too darn loud without it. But a stage 4 BTR cam, valve springs, everything else. Picked it up this way, built trans, 2-wheel drive. It's a fun little ride, and the heated seats and everything else work. Make a nice little shop car. Other than winter, we'll see how that goes. Alright, now, like I said, I picked it up this way. Haven't done anything other than I had to put a rack in it, power steering rack. But these tinted windows sure are nice when it's sunny. But an overcasty day like so, they're kind of not so nice, or in the dark. Well, we're gonna take you along, go to town, get some fuel, go pick up, go to town, get some fuel, drop off some boxes, and what else we gotta do? Oh, we gotta get our lunch. Stopping at the buffet. I know I said I'm on a diet. I am. I do good. I try and stay away from the fried stuff. I'll put a picture up of the, there's a cat. put a picture up of the plate that we get. So, heading down. Oh no, my wiper broke. Ooh, they were doing good too. But I'll update you in a little bit. Now watch out for these potholes, especially lower. This thing bottoms out easy. But right up here on the left, there's a giant tree that came down. I keep passing right there. That I keep wanting to stop and ask them if we can cut that up for them. Quite a mess in the yard. But that's what happens with these big old trees. That one came down in a storm. It's going to be sad to see them go. You can tell some of these have been along the road a long time. Good old Jackson. Here's our favorite little Chinese place. It's only good because it's cheap. But I guess that's why we go to buffets. All right, we'll go do our UPS drop. Sometimes they come pick them up, but other times we have to come down, drop them off. Makes a good excuse to come grab some food on a Friday. Just got back from lunch, and we got a little bit of sealing up to do on our little birdhouse for our wood stove. We're gonna pack all that with bubble wrap like you see. Then we got some spray foam that will actually foam in around the pipes again. But I'm gonna silicone this up real quick. See? Alright, that should keep most of it out there. They recommend cleaning this before you install it, but you know, we'll just pretend. So there's our little cocoon. Now we'll just fill that with spray foam and we'll put our lid back on. That ought to keep most of the elements out, and we'll come back in the winter and see how it does with the snow. Alright, here we have one of the 500s all finished up. Get some fuel put in that. We'll get down the dyno. And we're also filling up the little 170. Get that all filled up, put on dyno, see what kind of power it makes with the stock cylinder. Stock cylinder, no porting. Just our pipe. This does have the big carb, no choke. A little bit of modification there, so it's wide open back there, just like in the race video. But that's just a stock Farmertech 170 cylinder, no porting on it yet. And all we have is our pipe. So we'll see what kind of power it's making up. Steven will run the spooler and I'll run the saw. We'll get some runs on this one. Alrighty, pretty much the end of the day here. We got that 500 all dynoed. And we got some dynoing done on the 170. Plus Steven was slaving away on these here muffler mods. getting those all done up. We'll finish those up on Monday. But I'm getting ready to head out here. So I'm getting ready to head out here myself. And hopefully you guys have a great weekend. And hopefully you enjoyed this more of a vlog style type video. Voice is still coming back. Hopefully we'll be ready to rock by Monday. And we'll keep up with the Blue Saw content. Alright, let me know what you guys think. Make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks a lot, everyone. Bye.